Hello, welcome to sayuru YouTube channel, and today I'm going to explain to you about how you're going to drive a manual car, and make sure you hit the like button down there, and make sure you subscribe it, and just keep on sharing it so that you know it's better. So moving on to how you're going to start drive the manual car. First of all, everything's very important here because you need to be very careful about how you're going to sit inside the vehicle, and how you're going to adjust everything to your desire. And so let's get on to it. So first of all, when you're driving the vehicle, make sure when you get onto the seat, make sure you keep your left hand on the steering wheel, and then you close the door. So once you close the door, make sure that just keep your right hand on the steering wheel, and then adjust the seats as you desire, and then make sure you fasten your seat belts. Once you're over the seat belt, keep one of your hands on the steering wheel, and then you adjust your rear view mirrors to your desire, and then just check if everything if you need your side glass and everything are in the way that you need it to be. And then now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start the vehicle. So before you're going to start the vehicle, there are some things that you need to that you need to know, because the left side here, the left lever here, it's called the wiper lever, and and as you there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are numerous steps here, and if you're gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4, then the speed of the wiper increases. And here, and the right side lever here, if you push it down, then it's gonna switch on the signal to the right, and if you're gonna push it up, and that's gonna switch on to the signal to the left. And then if you're gonna and there's this light here, and everything can be done to the desire. So the main thing you need to know about driving the vehicle is the gear system here. The gear system consists of most cars, they consist of 5 gears, but in this it consists of 4 gears, and there is a specific pattern that how you're going to transmit the gears. So the first gear, the gear that you're going to go, the first gear that you're going to go place is the gear 1, where you're going to go to the left and then to the front, and that's called the gear 1. And then you come here, and then you go to you switch to the left and you pull the gear down, that's gear 2. And straight, just do nothing, just push it front, that's called the gear 3. And the same thing back down here, it's 4. And here, and most cars they have the gear 5, but here in this case, in this case you don't have the gear 5, but if you push it to the right and push it back, that's the reverse gear. So that's all. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go start the vehicle. When starting the vehicle, you need to make sure that your gear is on neutral, and then you got to know that there are 4 types of transmissions, 4 steps of switching on the key. So as I said before, there are 4 variations where you're going to use the key here. The 4 variations include the lock mechanism, where once you use that, in most cars, you keep it the lock, the steering wheel is not going to move, it's going to stay locked forever until you unlock it. And the next thing, so here it's right now, it's lock, and now it's called the alternate AC, where it's called the alternative current. And then there is this third variation, where is this ignition, where you can see all lights in the mirror, dashboard and everything, where everything is like portrait everywhere, the lights are switched on, and even everything it shows, even if a handbrake is on, it shows back everywhere. And then comes the start. So once you're going to go start, make sure that you're neutral with the gear here, and then you just give it some power to it. And there you go, the vehicle's on start right now. So speaking about driving the manual car here, so the next thing you need to focus on how you're going to adjust the clutch. You call this the clutch balance, and when you're speaking about clutch balance, there are like many variations on how you're going to do it. It all differs on what gear you are in and what state of vehicle you are in, whether you're in a traffic or something, or you're about to take off, or if you're going there's no need to touch the clutch. Everything depends on what state of the vehicle you are in. But in case you need to move with the vehicle in the traffic, that's where the basic part of the vehicle where it comes, where it's the advanced part of the car. So moving on to the moving off the vehicle. So first thing you're going to do when you're driving the vehicle, you're going to go press the clutch to the bottom like this. You're going to go press it to the bottom like this. Make sure you press the clutch to the bottom. And the next thing you're going to do, you're going to move it to the first gear. Always make sure you start with the first gear, which is the highest gear in the car. So then the next thing you're going to do, so you release the handbrake here. And here I wanted to show you something like I'm going to demonstrate you two things here, because the car, when you're speaking about the clutch, there are two variations here. The first thing is known as the biting point, where once you just release the clutch a bit, you can start to feel the vehicle vibrating in an unexpected manner, where the cars, they're whole vibrating, and it requires you to like go ahead, like the vehicle can't hold the gear anymore. And then the next thing you're gonna do, so you release the brake, you can feel the car going ahead. So and then and at that point, the vehicle, when the vehicle's going front, that's the point where you call the slipping clutch. So just let's demonstrate to you. Right now I'm slipping the clutch. So the same thing can be done in the reverse manner as well, where you're gonna go to the reverse. You're gonna change the car to the reverse gear itself, and you do the same thing. Make sure you just look at the mirrors before you do everything here. And you can, so here right now, because I'm in a mountain area range right here, so you can see that the vehicle right now it's vibrating like it's never vibrating. Just here, because you require a lot of power here. So once you just so now I can feel the car vibrating here, and the point where the car just starts to move, that's called the slipping clutch. And right now the clutch is slipping. That's the exact reason for the car to go backwards. So that's how you're going to maintain the clutch and and there's a whole lot of process to it. You can't just do it one night and how you're going to adjust yourself to the clutch. Because before you go onto the road, make sure that you just practice the clutch balance a lot. There are ways that you're going to move, because in a mountain area where if you're going to go to the top, that's then you really need a lot of clutch balance there, as well as when you're in the traffic, you need a lot of clutch balance there. So it always differs to what state your vehicle is in. So that's all about clutch. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So right now my duty is to show you about how you're going to go take off your vehicle to the main road here. So before you are entering the road, make sure that you keep everything on track on what you really need and what you really don't want to. So first thing you got to do, you need to pedal the clutch to the bottom, and then you need to move to the first gear here. And in case if you are on a driving school here, you need to show this hand signal here. That means that you're going to go to the right, or else this also means that you're going to go start the vehicle. You're going to go start the journey here. So then first thing you're going to do, if you're in a trial here, you press the signal, and then you do the hand signal here, and then you're going to go release the handbrakes here. And then you look at the right side mirror, because I'm going to go move to the right, and once the road is clear and I have clear path that I can go, then I just slowly release the clutch, and then I start to move. So like this.
Okay.
Finally, now I hope that you are comfortable with everything what I said, because I have demonstrated every step to you about how you're going to drive the vehicle, and how you're going to how you're going to go to the road, and everything and explain the most essential stuff that you need to drive the manual vehicle here. So right now, the next thing that I'll be doing here is that I'm not going to go demonstrate everything word by word. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go show you how you're going to go drive the vehicle, how you're going to step in and everything without just saying it. And this is the sequence of steps, that's how you're going to go drive the vehicle.
Okay.
So when you actually driving any form of vehicle, even it doesn't matter if it's a manual car, an auto car, a motorbike, or anything, you need to obey the road signs. As you don't, it's not possible in the law that you are to violate any laws regarding any road rules here. So the next thing you need to do, so one thing you need to be focusing on is what road rules are there, and what are the real problems here, real problems on the road. So looking at here now, there's a small sign here which is known as the diamond sign here. You can see here, and besides that, there is this yellow pedestrian board here. So that diamond cross states all the vehicles coming from the road back there. It states that to people from the yellow crossing, and to the people from the diamond shade. That states that there is a 25-meter distance between the yellow pedestrian crossing as well as the as this diamond here. That is used to depict that there is this law that you can't park the vehicle within those 25 meters here. So you need to be parking outside the vehicle here, outside the 25 meters here, which I have done exactly according to law. And you can see there are some vehicles that they do violate this law, but still I don't know. But so let's get on driving. There are more road rules that you need to be following on.
Okay, then let's go.
So now, as you can see that there's this pedestrian crossing back there in front of me. So whenever you see a pedestrian crossing while on the road, doesn't, like I said, any vehicle, you need to slow the vehicle down. And if there is no person, just drive along, but make sure you slow down during the pedestrian crossing. And if there is a pedestrian crossing the street, make sure you stop the vehicle at the point until the person crosses the road from the beginning to the end. So one thing I need to make sure is that when you're driving the vehicle, make sure you keep your hands in the 3 to 9 method, which is the 3 o'clock in the number 3 on the clock, which is where my right hand is placed right now, and as well as the number 9 on the clock, which is my left hand placed down. So this is the exact method that you should keep driving. And while driving, make sure that you may see that there are a number of lines here. The left side contains this line known as the carry-on line, the H line, because that's the end of carriageway line. That's because you are not allowed to drive besides the line. You are allowed to drive right to the line. And this line right here is broken lines. This states that you are allowed to overtake a vehicle, as well as you can cross the lines as much as you need, but you must have a proper adequate reason to why you must do that, because otherwise you can be driving on the wrong side of the road, but that's totally legal back there. And speaking on, now you may see that there is this in front of me. You will be seeing this line here, this straight line here. Okay. The reason for this is that you are not allowed to cross this line. You cross this line because it means there may be possible hazardous reasons here. So and this double line here. This double line states that you cannot overtake a vehicle, or you cannot turn right from here, because there is a possible sign, there's maybe a possible reason there, but this double line states that you are not allowed to cross the line or turn right. You are not able to do that. It's totally illegal doing back there. And see, there's another yellow crossing down here, so that I need to keep slow down here.
This is for U-turn.
So moving on, now I'm going to stop driving the car, and I'm going to create a U-turn down here. And when making the U-turn, I need to make sure you know something else. When you're driving the vehicle, make sure you use this push and pull method, where if you're going to turn to the right, you need to push the steering wheel from your left hand to the right side like this. you're gonna push it from the left, your left hand, you're gonna pull it to the right. See, this is what it is. And if you're gonna turn to the right, you're gonna push it, turn to the left, then you're gonna go push it to the push to the left from the right side, from your right hand, and then gonna pull the steering wheel from the left hand, like this. So right now, what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna go turn to the right. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna go do the push and pull method to the right. So here we go. Make sure whenever you're gonna go turn the vehicle, you keep looking at your side mirrors, no matter what, how free the vehicle it is. So okay, a nice turn down here. So right now I'm heading back, and if you want to learn anything related to driving and anything, just make sure you contact Sagar Driving School here. It's just type it in Google, and just type it on Google, Sagar Driving School Gampa. That's the way that I got to know it. And I mean, you can possibly too. I mean, I learned a lot from this driving school here. I mean, these are just some tips that I just all explained it to you. But and most of the driving schools, they are really hard, and sometimes you are not flexible to do with it. But when speaking of Sagar Driving School, Sagar Driving School, there are a lot of tips you can learn from here. So right now, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to go start parking. I'm going to stop the vehicle, so I need to park it. So make sure you're parking to the left. Make sure you look to the left side of your mirror, and then you place the signal, and then you switch a gear 1 lower, and then you go to the left, and then now you're done with it. Now you stop the vehicle. I want to stop the vehicle. Put it in. Make sure you neutral the gear here, and then press the handbrakes. Then you switch it off, and then you put it to gear 1, so that the vehicle is stable here. So I've done explaining to you about how to drive a manual car here. So anything related, any problem you have, just post it on the comment section. And if you want more assistance in driving or anything, just make sure you call Sagar Driving School. It's located in Gampa near Little Hut, and in the Minwangoda Road in Gampa town. So good luck. Thank you.